Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Block 2 of the Off-Season Strength Training Program. Today, we're going to do a new routine for TRX, which we'll stick with for the next 4 weeks. This one is similar yet different than Block 1. It's similar in that a lot of the exercises will be the same that we've done before, or they're going to be modifications of what we've previously done. The difference is that the difficulty here is going to come from that we're going to continue to increase the number of reps. So we're going to start today with sets of 12 of everything, and we're going to work our way up to sets of 18 in this block. So if you feel like that's too much, if you felt like block 1 was already starting to stress you, you can reduce those numbers and adjust them. So instead of going 12, 15, 18 over the weeks, you can go back and start with 8 today and do 8, 10, 12. So either way, you're increasing by the same relative amount. So, and as with before though, you'll have the on the strap and the off strap variation. I'll try to cue both of those today. And also difference in block 2 is that we're going to use a different format. So we're going to start out with a longer warm-up set. The warm-up set will all be exercises that you've done before. And then we're going to go to the main set, which will be in groups of 4 exercises where we do the reps and then repeat them again right after. So we'll be doing things sort of on top of each other. And there's three groups. So we'll just get started. As you can see, I've changed my setup a little today, so I might be needing to adjust my camera as we go along to make sure that you can see me okay. So let's get started. First warm-up exercise will be as we've started before, which we'll start with the golf swings. So let me just take this and turn the camera down just a touch here so you can see my feet. Okay, so let's get started with the golf swings. You've got your feet shoulder width apart, hip width apart, slight bend in the knees, slight bend in the waist, pushing down, and right here, just alternating arms. And for the warm-up set, we'll stick with sets of 8 of everything. Just getting the body temperature up a little bit. The muscles loosened up a little bit. Preparing for what's to come. And just one more on each side. Okay, next one, looking up at your hands. Getting in the spinal rotation now. And one more each side. Okay, let's go to both hands now, pushing up and over, pivoting into it. Nice big movement. Just turn and rotate to what feels right. Each one you do, you'll be able to go a little further as you warm up. Okay, last one each side. Okay, for our chest openers, we're gonna do the walkout. So we finished with these before. When we do them in the warm-up, we'll just go quicker. So as we walk out, you just won't hold as long. Walk out, one foot in front of the other, pause, arms up. Arms straight up, other foot forward. And now arms in wide position. 1 foot forward, stretch. Opposite foot forward, wide position. First foot forward, all the way out to the side. And let's go through that one more time. So back up over your head. Other foot forward. And wide position. Second foot forward. And T position out to the side. Okay, get the straps, put them under your arms. So slide them over here. If you are off the straps, find your spot on the countertop. You're gonna do, we're doing calf raises now. So either way, walk yourself back till your heels are just on the ground. So wherever that is with a nice tall body, now roll up. So you're on the balls of your feet as you roll up. You're getting your feet moving, calf muscles warmed up. And we'll do 4 more here. For 3, 2, and last one. Okay, turn it around. And we're going into back extensions next. So this is the two-legged deadlift. So if you're going with the weights, just grab your lighter weights and head into the deadlift. So arms straight overhead now. And drop it down onto your heels and push. Remember on these that the motion starts with your heels, pushes up with your legs, finishes with the drive through your hips. The arms are not doing anything. That's not where the motion comes from. They're just an extension of your body. The motion is driven from the core. And we've got 2 to go. And last one. Okay, going into some hip openers. So this one's a little different than before. Either holding the straps or just using the counter where you would be on the straps right here. I'm gonna start with one knee up. So my knee is straight in front of me, foot is flexed, and everything's a 90-degree angle. So my quad is parallel to the floor, my knee is perpendicular, my shin is perpendicular. And I'm just coming out here with a gentle movement, just hinging out like a door opening. So here the straps to the counter are just helping with your stability. If you've got great balance, you can certainly do it without either one. Okay, and last one. Okay, let's switch to the other side. Knee up, get your setup, foot is flexed. And here's for 7. And for 8. Let's hit the hamstrings. So these are as we've done before, being nice and tall. bending at the knee, bring it back. Remember, key on this one is that the quads stay even, or even for the leg that's bending, the quad can pull in behind the other one, but you don't want it in front. You want to make sure you're activating so your quad is getting a stretch and your hamstring is firing. Two more on this side. Okay, let's switch to the other side. For 5, 6, 7, and for 8. Okay, next one is back leg swings. So with a straight leg now, raising your leg up in the direction behind you, but it's not straight back. It's whatever sort of feels natural in terms of raising your leg back. And last one on this side, switching sides for 8 on the second side. For 7 and 8. Okay, from here, let's go into a regular squat. So holding the countertops or the straps, feet are hip width apart, and take your seat down, straighten the chair. Upper body perpendicular to the ground. So make sure you're not leaning forward into it. Remember that book on the top of your head, that the goal is that you're able to come up and down without a book sliding off. So it's a straight drop through your body. And last one. Okay, onto a regular row. So mid row. So if you're using weights, grab your weights, then over row. And from here, drop it down. Elbows out to the side a little bit. And it's warm-up set, so you want to keep everything pretty light. On the straps, your ankle shouldn't be as deep. Using the weights, you should do something, a weight level that feels very comfortable. We'll change that as we go into the main set. 7 and 8. And let's just finish the arms here so that you don't have to drop your weights right now. Let's go to the other one, palm up, tight row. So tight to the side, drop it down from here. For 6, 7, and 8. Okay, last one in the warm-up set will be the wide squat. So back to the countertop. Feet are double hip width apart, pointing out about 45 degrees, and then come down into the squat. As you squat down, push your knees out to the side so that they're lining up with your feet. Six, 7, and for 8. Okay, that's the warm-up set. So as you can see, it took us longer to go through, but hopefully your heart rate's up a little bit and your body's feeling more warmed up. For the first set on the straps, you're going to lengthen them out so that you've got about 6 inches or so to the floor with the handles. Grab a quick glass of water. Or gosh. Okay. that out of the way. I'm going to back up my camera just a bit, and we are going to start facing out for this first set. So the first set of exercises are going to be rollouts, inverse squats, push-ups, and swimmer start. So for all of these, we're going to do sets of 12, with the exception of the swimmer start. It's a harder exercise, a single leg exercise. We're going to do sets of 8 of those. Everything else is sets of 12. I said at the beginning, if you want to modify this through to keep the reps lower, you can. So instead of sets of 12 of everything, you can go and do sets of 8, and then maybe on the swimmer start do 6. But if you're staying with the routine, we're doing sets of 12. So for today, first one, rollouts. So rollouts, hands out in front of you. Your body is angled here. The more angled you are, the harder it's going to be in terms of work. So the closer you are to your anchor, the more body weight you're carrying. So after the first one, you can make adjustments to make it the right level of difficulty. Hands are straight in front of you. You notice I'm pushing away on the handles rather than holding onto them. That keeps the motion coming from the core. And as I push, leaning forward, arms come straight out. You see my body position stays totally tall as I come through here. There's no bending at the waist at all. I'm just rocking back and forth. My heels are naturally coming off the ground to let me get into the position, but I'm not thinking about my feet at all. There's no intentional tiptoe at all to lengthen out. So if you feel like this range, that it's not challenging enough, then back yourself up. If you feel like you're stopping here maybe, then you can go backwards, or step forward and carry less body weight. So we'll do 4 more here. And for 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, going to the inverse squat. So straps come under your arms. If you're on the off the strap variation, you're holding the countertops, getting yourself at an angle here. Feet are just wider than hip width apart, and squat it down. I know most people doing the off the strap variation, hopefully you have had a chance to go through that video and take a look at it. If you haven't, make sure that before you go through all of this that you do, because you'll just be substituting those exercises for what you see me do right here. And that's for 8, for 9, 10, 11, and for 12. Okay, next one. Wide push-up. So here, hands are double shoulder width apart. They're underneath your body. Again, the more angled you are, the more body weight you're going to carry. This is an exercise where the straps definitely make it more difficult because of the instability of the straps. So, but also what can make it, 2 other things can make this more difficult or easier is, one is how wide your feet are together. So the closer your feet are, the more imbalance you're going to have because you can't stabilize as easily. So one modification you can make if you have difficulty with this is to widen your feet out to give yourself a wider base. Number 2 is how deep or how shallow it is. So if I'm out here, I'm carrying less weight than if I'm backed up. So I want you to find the position which works for you. Keep your hands double shoulder width and come down. So here, when I get down, I'm forming like 3 sides of the square. One side is my forearms. One side is my upper arms. And then the other side is my other forearms. So that's where you're going for. That's the strongest position, is basically to have your hands underneath your elbows when you're down. Your body's really tall through this. Push-ups or An awesome exercise. They work so much of your body, from your feet, through your core, chest, shoulders, upper back, arms. Okay, that's your last one right there. Okay, swimmer start. So this one gets its name from what the position is starting off the blocks in a pool. So you're starting out at this angle position, similar to what you would for the calf raises, except I'm back further now, far enough that my heels are off the ground here. And then from here, I'm gonna reach back with one leg. So you see me set up here, and that back leg is gonna be bent here too. So my front knee is bent. I'm off the floor with my heel is off the floor on both feet. And then I'm gonna accelerate up and raise my back leg up. There's a lot going on here from strength and balance. So take your time on these, figure out your setup. We're just gonna do sets of 8 on these ones. So that's for 7 and for 8. Okay, to switch sides, easiest way to do is bring that back foot forward so it matches the front foot, and then I'll switch legs and kick up on this side. If you find yourself off balance, take a look where you are relative to the anchor. You might be off to one side. So make the adjustments you need. That's for 7, and that's for 8. Okay, back to the rollout. So one more time through those 4 exercises. So grab your weights if you're using them, and these are the press backs. Arm raise press back combo there, and starting with the rollouts again. Adjusting your angle as you need to. We'll go for 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, and for squats, straps under your arms. Set yourself up, feet up just over hip width apart, and drive it down for the squats. And for 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, going to the wide push-up. 12 of these. Set your angle, set your foot distance. And then come down, set a 12. If there's any exercise we do that you feel like you need a modification to, please reach out to me by email. Or for those of you on TNT, reach out to me through TNT Live, and I'd be happy to give you an alternate. Okay, last one. Okay, finishing up this first round, we'll go into the swimmer start. So straps come back under your arms. And set yourself up so that you're at an angle with both heels are off the ground by a little bit, and then reach back with the other one. Bending that back leg and then straight in to accelerate. So at the top end, both legs are bent. At the bottom, or both legs are straight. At the bottom, both knees are bent. Okay, let's switch sides. Set of 8 on this side. 7, and for 8. All right, that is the first round. We've got 2 more rounds of things to do. So go grab your water and meet me back in about 30 seconds. We're going to have our straps shortened a few inches for this next one. The next 2 will be facing the anchor. Okay, next step, we're going to start out with the high row, 2-armed high row. So this is the same as we did in the first round of things. So on the strap, start with your hands at your armpit, elbows, shoulders all even to each other. And we'll drop it down from here for a set of 8 high rows. Sorry, set of 12 high rows. And 12. Okay, next one will be the set lunge. So reaching out, one leg, your back leg, as far out as you can comfortably. Remember the setup here, you're setting up on the ball of your foot. Don't try to set it up with your foot on the ground. You won't get yourself far enough back. So set up on the ball of your back foot. And as you come down, front knee is 90 degrees, so your shin is parallel to the floor, and back leg is more open than that. So muscularly, the work is on the front leg, but you're getting a stretch through the back leg as well as you're lengthening out the quad muscle and opening through the hips for the psoas. And I'm definitely feeling it in my calf on my back leg as well. Okay, that's for 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Let's switch sides. And 12 on this side. For 12. Okay, next one. If you're using weights, grab a weight that's heavier than you've been using before for the rows. So if you've normally been using a 5, maybe try to go to an 8. If you've been using an 8, try a 10 or a 12, but something that's a little heavier. We're going to go to the 1-arm variation. So on the straps, how you put this into single handle mode is you take the strap on the right, and then you put it through the triangle on the left. So just wind it through. And now the new one that's on the right, you run through that triangle again, the triangle on the left, and then that one you just put through, you just grab that handle and give it a yank. If you're not sure you did it right, you can hold on to both of these lower handles instead. So the only thing, it's not like it's going to fall off, is that you might feel some slippage if you're grabbing the wrong handle. Set up now. We're setting up with the second arm straight up in the air and then dropping down and coming up. So you're carrying all your body weight with one arm now. And you can adjust the difficulty again here by how far away from you are, how angled you are, and also how wide your stance is. Okay, last one here, just sets of 8 on the single arm one, and then switch sides. Other arm up, keeping your body square to the angle for 8 on this side. And we've got 2 more. And last one. Okay, back to the first exercise in this set. Oh, no, sorry, we have 1 more. This one's the step back lunge. So we'll do 12 of these. So for the step back lunge, you are going to step back into the position that we do the set lunge. So you're starting with both hands together, and then you're going to reach back and step and come forward. So you're adding a little bit more of a cardio aspect to this. That's for 10, 11, and 12. Okay, switching sides. 12 on this side. For 10, 11, and 12. Okay, now back to the beginning of the set. So the first exercise in this round was the high rows. So elbows, hands, shoulders all at the same height. Whether you're with weights or with the straps, it's the same, keeping your elbows up the whole time. So as you work your shoulders, finish it strong by driving your shoulder blades together so you get into your upper back. Let's go, 6 to go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, step lunge. Single leg back. And drop it. For 12 here. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, let's switch sides. 12 on the second side. Nine, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, single arm rows. So if you're going into single handle mode, right strap through the triangle on the left side. New right strap through the triangle on the new left side. And then give that one a good yank and set yourself up at the anchor. Set up at the finish. So elbow tight, hand in your armpit, other arm straight out. And bring it up for a set of 8 here. On these, really make sure that you're controlling your tempo. You don't let your body drop. No jerking. It's just a nice, smooth, continuous motion. And last one. Okay, and switch sides. We'll start at the finish with the back elbow. And we've got 4 to go. For 3, 2, and last one. Okay, last one in the set's a step back lunge. So undo your handles. Starting standing tall, 90-degree bend or so in the arms. Feet are close together and step it back. Nice long step, reaching straight behind you. Here's for 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, switch sides. Four, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, that's the second round. We've got one more round to go, so grab some water, take a sip. Straps are going to be in the same place on this round. So this round is biceps, set side lunge. Then we have a new one, which is a set crossover lunge. And then your triceps. So 2 arms, 2 legs. So we'll start with the bicep curls. So these are facing the anchor. If you're doing your weights, grab the weights for the bicep curls. Okay, finishing is up here. So hands are at my forehead, and just gonna grab holding these a little bit. So hands are right here up at my forehead. Elbows are high at my shoulders. Upper arms stay at that height as I come in for the curl. Adjust your angle to make it the most challenging, but really on this one, focus on that super tall body, okay? Think about navel to spine so you don't get an arch in your back. And for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, going into a set side lunge. So I've done this one before, nice double shoulder width stance, toes facing forward and coming over to one side. And the width of your stance should be that when you lunge over to the side, your knee is lined up with your foot on that side. If your knee's inside your foot, narrow your stance a little. If your knee is going outside of your foot, you feel that heel is coming up on the side you're lunging into, then widen your stance. Two more. And for 12. Okay, switching sides, take a quick peek, make sure your toes are facing straight forward on this, and come down for the second side, making any adjustments in your stance that you need to. And keep your upper body as tall as you can. There's going to be some forward lean on this one, but try to be as tall as you can. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. facing out for triceps. So come around to the other side, or with the weights, you've got your tricep kickbacks. Okay, so handles out in front of you with the handles against each other. Keep your elbows in tight, body tall, rocking from the ankles, small motion. So the only thing that's moving here is I'm bending at my elbows and my body's rocking to meet my hands. Okay, 4 to go. For 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Second leg exercise, crossover lunge. So this is kind of in between the side lunge and the set lunge. The side lunge, and the regular lunge. So here, as your starting point, reach back. Let's go with the left leg back into that sort of standard lunge position. Now I want you to take that, so my left leg is back, and I'm gonna arch it sort of towards the right side to a position that you still feel fairly comfortable, but now you've opened, you've crossed your hips over here. So front foot is still facing forward. When you lunge down, your knee is straight up and down. So it's not only straight this way, but it's straight side to side. So you should be able to see basically the tips of your big toe, the tip of your big toe over your knee. That's the lineup. And then just coming down and lunging from here. So you see that back leg is angled, but there's plenty of room for my knee to come down. So you don't want the foot too close, the stance too short. You want to make sure you have the room here. And now we've taken this and started working more outside of your hips and also the inside. For 9, 10, 11, and for 12. Okay, switch sides. You're going to set up. Start out in the regular set lunge position and then swing your leg. So now my right leg is swung around, so it's to the left of my left leg, okay? And coming down, and I'm thinking with that front knee to push it inward to make it straight up and down. Toes are facing forward on your front foot. Okay, so we've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, one more time through this set. Let's start with the bicep curls. Set of 12 here. Okay, let's start it down. For 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Side lunge, toes facing forward, double hip width apart, and bring it down for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, switching sides, 12 on the second side, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, face up, triceps. Hands straight in front of you, handles together, elbows stay in, and you're in an angled but straight body position. And here, drop it down, keeping that nice perfect plank through your body. If you're struggling with holding your body position, it means you're trying to carry too much body weight probably, or maybe you've let your hands come apart a little. So keep the hands together and adjust your angle. We've got 6 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Okay, final exercise for work today. Set crossover lunge. And get yourself up. Here I'm in my set lunge, and now I swing over and drop it down into a lunge. Getting your knee, your front knee, lined up over your big toe. So everything is perfectly straight. Shins perfectly straight up and down in the forward, back, side to side position, both of them. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, let's switch sides. Swing it around. And for 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, that's all the exercises in the main set. Let's just cool it down. I'm going to cool you down off the straps today. So I want to take everyone, just starting by standing tall, widening out your feet, and your toes can be either straight forward like this, or you can point them in just a little bit. Hands on your waist and flat back yourself down. When you get to here, drop your hands down and try to aim them so that their fingertips are towards the back of your knees. If you are not, the back of your feet. If you're not touching the floor, no big deal at all. Just grab your elbows and hang right here. Just let gravity do its work. So you're going to get a stretch through your hamstrings, but also your lower back. And take your hands, walk them out to one foot. Keep that leg straight. And switch sides. And we're going to do a spinal twist here. So either put your left hand on the floor, or again, if you're not touching, I want you to rest your left hand, just rest it on your right hip. So it's just so it has somewhere and it's not hanging. And you're going to have your right arm, swing it up towards the ceiling, and then your gaze follows your fingertips. Okay, exhale down on that side. Swap hands, so right hand's either on the floor or on your left hip, and now inhale your left arm up and follow the gaze. And exhale it down. Both hands down. I think I got like 2 inches closer to the floor between the beginning and end of that one. Okay, hands are on your waist now, on your hips. Flat back yourself. Back up. Heel toe together. And nice steep inhale. Now soften your knees and come down for ragdoll. So you're just going to come down and hang everything super loose and on your head. Shake your head. Just let any tension go.
Keeping your knees bent, slowly roll yourself up.
Arms up. And exhale and just swing your arms side to side here. And let's go for some head rolls. So come to stillness and gentle head rolls. Feel the crack, crack, crack of your neck. And switch directions. I don't know about you, but that workout definitely got my heart rate up. So you want to take your time with the cool down too, let your heart rate come back down again. And we're finished with some shoulder shrugs. So bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears and just let them release. And doing those 2 more times. And last one. And if you feel like you want to do some extra stretching, by all means, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, that is the end of the first class in this block. If you have any questions, please reach out, and I hope you enjoyed the workout. We'll see you the next time, Saturday, for core strength. Bye for now. Coach Reem.